Hello and welcome to another episode of Hello Friends News, your friendly news broadcast. Today is Monday, April 29th, and we are happy to be here to look at some good news and maybe some scary news and see if we can learn anything from it. So let us begin with the good news first. The good news, we are on Good News Network, and we're going to talk about how to love yourself. 5 ways to let go of the riverbank and go with the flow. This article, I believe, is written by, does it tell us who? I don't see who is it. I would like to give credit where credit is due. Anyway, so the lesson, today's Good Talk teaches 5 ways to love yourself and be in the flow of your life using the philosophy of Lao Tzu. This ancient Chinese philosopher was the founder of Taoism and the author of its masterful text, the Tao Te Ching. I hope I'm pronouncing it properly. Lao Tzu suggests that life is like the course of a river, effortlessly flowing its own path, embodying the natural flow of life. Being in the flow is about leading your life's course with minimal resistance. This is where I would like to be, guys. Oh, I'm not sharing my screen. You guys are not seeing what I am doing. Share. Okay, so now you guys can see what I'm doing. Yes, being in the flow, minimal resistance, effortlessly. Following the synchronicities to find where you want to be and what's right for you. I'm having a lesson in following the synchronicities. Sometimes it's quiet. Anyway, it is about allowing the course of your life to unfold whilst making conscious decisions, even while accepting it. So let's see the 5 lessons. The first one is embrace your natural state. Let go of self-judgment. Live in the present. Trust the unfolding of the Tao, life's natural order. And cultivate inner stillness. Yes! 3 out of 5. Amazing. So they also have a little video here. I don't know if the video.
This video is sponsored by Brilliant.org. Brilliant is a website and app that...
So that video is 24 minutes long. I think it would be too long for our podcast. But you can go check it out on the Good News website. The name of the article is called How to Love Yourself, 5 Ways to Let Go of the Riverbank and Go by Good News Network. I guess there's no specific author. And the video is at the bottom of the article. It's called How to Unconditionally Love Yourself dash Lao, Lao, Tzu, TZU. I think this is really important in the unfolding of the best life for you. Okay, so now we got to go to bad news. In the news today, the bad news, we're going to go to the Associated Press. I don't want to say bad news. Every episode I said I want to say bad news. I mean, fair producing news. But we do need to look at it because it kind of gives us an idea of things we could do to improve in our own individual lives. So let's see if we can get anything to help with our wisdom and dealing with difficult situations here. So this one is the 3 law officers killed, 5 others wounded, trying to serve a warrant in North Carolina, authorities say. Oh, wow. So this is sad. And the suspect was also killed. So 3 officers on a U.S. Marshals task force serving a warrant for a felon wanted for possessing a firearm were killed and 5 other officers were wounded in a shootout Monday in North Carolina. Police said the officers were shot at by the wanted suspect as they approached a suburban home in Charlotte, and they killed him in the front yard. Charlotte Mecklenburg Police Chief Johnny Jennings said. A second person then fired on officers from inside the home where a high-powered rifle was found, Jennings said. A woman and a 17-year-old male were found in the home after a 3-hour standoff that included armored vehicles crashing into the suburban home in a tree-lined neighborhood. Wow. Tearing off doorways and windows. The two are being questioned, Jennings said. Oh, well, what can we learn from this? This is just so sad. I'm trying to think. I think we could learn to hear the full story first before we make a decision or pass a judgment. This is really hard not to pass a judgment on, but maybe we could learn when all the details come out, how to see things from different perspectives, to hold love and peace for all injured and hurt or that died, forgiveness for those that perpetrated the injuries and the killings, and try to ourselves be more love in the world instead of contributing to more sadness. I think that's all I got for this. This is a really sad story, and I hopefully will get more information on how to grow from this. But that's all I got today in regards to that really sad story. Okay, so moving on to another good story. There are several, but we're going to focus on there's now one fast charging station for every 5 gas stations in California by Andy Corbley. And we are on the goodnewsnetwork.org. The other story that was a fearful story was on the Associated Press. Okay, so this is awesome news. It means that we are moving towards helping the earth and the environment. And we live on earth, so this is good, right? Because we want to be good to the being that we are part of, to the planet that we are a part of. Here's a stat most Californians have likely never heard. For every 5 gas stations in California, there's now one electric vehicle fast charging station. 105,000 public or shared private electric vehicle chargers have been installed throughout California, which is on top of over 500,000 at-home chargers. What? California is so good. The state also recently approved a $1.9 billion plan to build a bigger, better charging network. Governor Gavin Newsom dropped by a Tesla supercharger on Earth Day to highlight the state's progress in reaching the goal of a better charging network, as well as Tesla's recent work to open its fast chargers to non-Tesla vehicles. That's good news. Oh, let's see. Are they going to give us any information on how this affects the environment? I'm just trying to read and see. Well, They don't give statistics on how it affects the environment really. But the good news is 25% of all new cars sold in California last year were ZEVs. What does ZEV mean? Electrical vehicles? Zero emissions. Electrical vehicles. What? Zero emissions. Zero emissions. That's great news. So 25% of all new cars sold in California were zero emission vehicles. And to date in the US, 34% of all ZEVs sold in the US are sold in California. So California is doing really good. What a wonderful example. So those are the 3 stories I have for today. I wish I had more insight on the fearful news that we had, or a better take at things we can learn from it. Maybe I'll get some by the next podcast, but let's try to keep those people in our prayers so they find some peace eventually with all that occurred. Anyways, guys, I hope you have a great day. This is Malika Critchlow from Health Friend News, signing off today. I'll see you again either Wednesday or Thursday to continue our news broadcast. Bye.